I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn.
Gather around, Texas anglers. This is your weekly Texas fishing and fly fishing outlook for August 17 through August 24th. I'm Shannon, and this is your Texas fishing and fly fishing outlook for the week. Hey anglers, if you can't feel it, I don't know what you're doing. Man, the sun is hammering now. You know what I'm going to talk about the most today, and it is that heat. I don't mean ordinary August in Texas heat. It's really hot. We're talking triple-digit temperatures across large parts of the state with heat indexes that can push well above 100 degrees. Here in North Texas, we're looking at temperatures over 100 throughout much. Really, I think it's all every day this week. South Texas is dealing with the same problem. Even the Texas coast is facing some very hot conditions. So whether you are fishing or fly fishing, this week's strategy is going to be a lot different, guys. You gotta think about it. Fish early, fish late. We both know what this heat can do to us. We don't have all day to mess around. Large portions of our outdoor days are out of the question. I mean, it's like looking out of a space capsule on the Mars surface. In August, 2 good hours of daylight can be better than 6 hours of fishing in the middle of a Texas heat wave. Now let's get to where the fish are. In North Texas, if you're fishing around the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Denton, Lake Ray, Roberts, Louisville, Grapevine, Texoma, I'm going to make this really simple. Get there early. Fish the first couple hours of daylight, and that's your best opportunity for shallow bass. Slow everything down a little bit to start to find the pace the fish want. If you don't know what I mean, ask. Get there early. First couple hours of daylight are your best opportunity for the shallow bass. Slow everything down. People, look around the grass, shoreline cover, docks, timber points. For the conventional guys, this is the time for frogs, buzz baits, walking topwaters, and Texas rig plastics. And if you're carrying a fly rod, this is your popper and Dahlberg diver window. Throw the big stuff, make some noise, but use a longer pause to see if it helps. We're trying to gauge these fish and gauge their energy level a lot of times. You may be encountering lethargic fish right now. Look for bass that are taking advantage of the cooler water and low light. But as the sun comes up, don't be stubborn about this, people. You don't stay shallow. You got to go deeper. Keep moving. Look for timber, creek channels, brush, and offshore structure. That's when the conventional guys can start working drop shots, Texas rigs, California rigs, and deep old crankbaits. And the fly fishermen, hey, clousers, game changers, and even a intermediate-sized woolly burger, on the pause, they're going to take it. East Texas, Lake Fork tops the East Texas list, but I would also stop short myself and hit Bodark. Maybe you can save a little of that gas money and put it back in your pocket, eh? Those Bodark bass are getting bigger now, and they are eating like it. Recent reports have water temperatures in the mid-80s to low 90s, and the more consistent bass have been showing up around deeper structure, particularly in that 12 to 18-foot range. That is classic August, people. It's hot. It's hot. Early in the morning, fish shallow. Later, find the structure that's close to deep water. Points with timber, brush piles, creek channels, old pond dams. Those are the places I'd concentrate on. Hey, you do it too. Maybe you can tell me how it turns out. Conventional anglers can work drop shots, Carolina rigs, Texas. You got it, man. Same thing. You've just got to put on for you fly guys, you've got to put on a sinking line and put it on your backup rod. So you start with a floater and then you switch to a full sinker. Central Texas, the students are back on campus, and for all I know, this could be the first week of class. San Marcos River is still one of my favorite warm weather fly fishing destinations in this big old state of Texas. You got spring-fed water, current, and bass, and that's important right now because when everything else in Texas is getting hotter, a consistent spring-fed river gives you an entirely different environment. Small poppers, foam beetles, small streamers, and woolly burgers are what I'd take with me. the Llano. Yeah, I know, it's Llano, whatever, Llano, Llano. Potato. This is another warm water option. Think bass, think early morning, think top water, and then move to streamers as the sun gets higher. The Guadalupe, now the Guad is a little more complex, people. We've had major changes in flows and river conditions this summer. There is still good fishing available, but I would pay close attention to water temperature and current conditions. I would completely quit trying to catch holdover trout unless you're planning on eating them. The heat stress will probably kill them if you don't. It is what it is for you guys. If trout are your thing, stay home and listen to my brand new Eyewitness interview about Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, and New Mexico. This is 2 hours of information from a Texas fly fisherman who spent the entire month of July fly fishing those states. It's amazing in its detail and its breadth. So tune into that. This is my chance to say, hey, subscribe to Texas Flycaster YouTube channel. Come on now. And even better yet, go visit my website, texasflycaster.com. Maybe buy something in the store. I've got a full-blown fly shop there. Come on now. Fly rods, all kinds of stuff. Go check it out. All right, let's go. South Texas, the heat really gets serious down here. The whole state is hot, but South Texas is even closer to the sun. I know what I'm talking about. I grew up down there in the valley on the border, so I know it's hotter than here. Fish early. If you don't believe in miracles, maybe this will help. Here's a story for you. Lake Corpus Christi, the city's water supply. As of August 11th, Lake Corpus Christi was reported at 91.7% of conservation capacity. That's an extraordinary turnaround from a year earlier. That's an extraordinary turnaround from earlier this year. The lake had been around 8 to 10% full in the spring. Look for bass there, newly available cover. It's not much of a fishing place, but anyway, it probably... that water there came from the Nueces River, and it probably saved a lot of people from going to prison down there. And when I'm talking people going to prison, I'm talking those local government officials who probably took a little on the side to continue those studies for like 10 years. Anyway, they got lucky. Their prayers were answered. And you know what? The water you see, it makes us forget a lot of things, including those folks who were corrupt. Now let's go to the Texas coast. And honestly, if I were planning a serious trip this week, fishing on the Texas coast, the coast would get a lot of my attention. Rockport, Aransas Bay, and Corpus Christi area has been producing good. Early morning fishing, redfish are there. Trout are there. Black drum are there. And that makes for a great week to take both conventional gear and a fly rod. For the fly fishermen, get there early. You want the first slide on the flats? Look for grass, look for potholes, look for bait, look for moving water, and most importantly, hey man, look for the fish. Come on now. Don't just cast because the water looks pretty. Save your energy. It gets hot now, guys. Come on now. You got to save your energy. Don't get yourself in a situation where you're dehydrated. Drink lots of water. Matagorda is another place I'd put high on the list. Shrimp patterns, crab patterns, clousers, and small bait fish flies are good choices. Small. I keep saying that every week. Small flies, people. Conventional anglers can work soft plastics, top waters, popping corks, and gold spoons. And again, moving water is key. And the lower Laguna Madre, if you're a serious fly fisherman, this is probably one of the most attractive places in Texas right now. I get tired of saying that. I might just cut that out next time. Clear water, shallow flats, redfish, and the possibility of sight fishing. Hey, it's all there. But this is where the heat can really beat you down, hammer you. So get there early. Take plenty of water, wear sun protection, and don't stay on the flats simply because you're having fun. The fish aren't going anywhere. You don't have to prove anything to them. And let me add a note right here. The lower Laguna Madre fly fishers are having a run up the Padre. It's really cool four-wheel drive event that ends up at the land cut that, basically parallel Port Mansfield on the island. And I went there, I did that many years ago. It is a blast, people. Look down in the description and I'll give you a link to that, or a link to the actual Instagram page where that information just came out. Okay, let's wrap it up. Tides and moon. We're coming to August 12th, new moon, and we're moving forward first quarter on August 19th. So the moon is waxing this week, with first quarter arriving Wednesday night. The moon can influence feeding periods, but I'm going to tell you something I've learned over the years. Don't let the moon calendar convince you to ignore what's actually happening on the water. If the tide is moving, the bait is moving, and the fish are feeding. Fish it. Fish it. On the Texas coast, I like moving water much more than I like simply staying high tide or low tide. Okay, so what that's saying is incoming or outgoing, okay? That's what we're after. You got to find the drainage. It's the movement that makes the difference. And here's the big story this week. Man, you know what I'm going to say. It's the heat. Get up, get going earlier. I'm taking advantage of the first couple of hours. If I get out this week, you have to move deeper water, find shade, or go home. There's nothing wrong with going home. In fact, in Texas, in August, sometimes that's the smartest fishing decision a fisherman can make. The fish will survive the incredible heat. We have to do the same now. My top 5 of the week breakdown. Let me just remind you, go to TexasFlycaster.com. Many more details on many more of the lakes and rivers where you are in Texas. It's there. www.TexasFlycaster.com. Okay, top 5. Number 5, Lake Fork. Sound like a broken record. If you're after bass and want big water conventional fishing opportunity, this is one I'd watch. Number 4, Matagorda. Hey, great combination of conventional and fly fishing. True that. Number 3, Lower Laguna Madre. Purely perfect fly fishing place. If you want to sight fish for redfish with a fly rod, this is where I'd be looking. Number 2, the San Marcos River. Hey, I've heard rumors that there is a tree called the condom tree that hangs over the San Marcos River. A condom tree. Yes, you heard me right. Hey, tell me if that's true or not. I'd like to know. I don't want to just go on rumors. Now, number 1, Rockport and Aransas Bay. Redfish, trout, black drum, on the flats, bait, moving water. That combination gets my vote this week. So that's your Texas fly fishing report for this week. Fish early, don't fight the heat. Drink water, uses all this information to your advantage. The fish are adapting to it, and if you adapt to it too, you can have a fantastic part of a day on the water. Get out before sunrise, people. Remember to visit my website, TexasFlycaster.com. I need you to subscribe so that you'll get notified when these stories come out. And visit the fly shop there. I've got flies, fly rods, all kinds of items at TexasFlycaster.com, Pop's Fly Shop. Thanks for tuning in, and look forward to next week. Maybe things will cool off in the forecast for the week after that. Have a great day.